تفضل.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأصلي وأسلم على من أرسله الله رحمة للعالمين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ثم أما بعد، إخواني في الله، أولا أحييكم بتحية الإسلام وهي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم بمسجد أبي بكر الصديق رضي الله عنه. We welcome you all to Masjid Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, and today we have the one and only our guest speaker, our Sheikh, Fadilat Sheikh Mufti Muhammad ibn Munir, all the way from New York, alhamdulillah. And it's an honor and privilege for us to be hosting the Sheikh, and on behalf of the Masjid, I would like to thank the Sheikh for his time. And the Sheikh drove all the way from New York. Driving itself is not easy, but driving more than 8 hours, you can tell how difficult that is. So, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward him and accept from his effort and place it on the scale of good deeds. And to the attendees, brothers and sisters that are came, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you guys as well, together with us all and those who. And brief bio of the Sheikh, Sheikh Muhammad ibn Munir is a young dynamic speaker born and raised in Philadelphia. After completing his education in Philadelphia, Mufti Muhammad ibn Munir went on to the University of Medina to pursue his Islamic education. Mufti Muhammad ibn Munir completed his master's and bachelor's in Hadith and is currently pursuing his PhD. Despite his concentration in Hadith, Mufti has a strong passion to teach fiqh. Mufti's classes are known to be very engaging, interactive, and allow for a lot of discussion and Q&A. Mufti has had the opportunity to study under many of the prominent sheikhs of our time. From them is Al-Allama Shaykh Abdul Muhsin Al-Abbad, rahimahullah, rahmatullahi hafidhullah. And inshallah ta'ala, we will start with the ayat of the Quran al-Kareem. And I want to invite our dear brother, Abu Bakr, to recite us, inshallah. فليتفضل مشكورا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. أياما معدودات، فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر، وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مساكين، فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له، وأن تصوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان، فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصم، ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر، يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون. وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون صدق الله العظيم.
جزاك الله خيرا وبارك الله فيك. هارون إن شاء الله تعالى without further ado, Mr. Muhammad al-Mudir, تفضل مشكورا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، صلى الله وسلم وبارك على إمامنا ونبينا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. So Ahmed, who's responsible for the design and the construction of this minbar? Do you know?
Passed away, rahimahullah.
Passed away, rahimahullah. Is there anybody like he passed on who studied under him?
Not that I know.
Not that you know of? Oh, tayyib, khair, inshallah. The reason why I asked is, out of all the different masjids that I've been to and the different minbars that I've been upon in and outside of the United States, I think this is the only one that has this unique chair system, which is super cool. It saves a lot of space and is very convenient. Most masjids that I've been to, no matter how fancy or expensive or well built the minbar, the masjid is, it's normally a chair there for the imam to sit down after he gives his salams and to sit down after he finishes the first khutbah before the second. And that's fine. But now you have the chair, the seat, attached to the door with a small little latch. You pull it out, you sit down, you put it back up. It's genius, mashallah. It's very nice and it's unique. I like and I appreciate things like that. Small details what makes a big difference oftentimes, right? Let alone the history of the Muslims with regards to their skill, their talent, their craftsmanship, right? And the countless contributions that the Muslims have made to society in this very day. Now, when I was finishing the khutbah, or I had finished the khutbah, we were leaving, we're sitting in the office, we're waiting for the sister to take her shahada, right? The brother, he came and he said that this lady, she walked up to me, she said, go back to your country, get out, leave America and go back to your country. And the brother, he said, what? He said, I would go, but I can't afford a ticket right now, right? And obviously, there's nothing she could say, okay? Instead of him getting mad back at her, etc. So this lady, and many, many people like this, oftentimes, rather not oftentimes, the fact is that they're just utterly ignorant. They're utterly ignorant. Not just of Islam and the Muslims, but they're utterly ignorant of their own history, their own background, and the history of this country, the United States. And when you read history, real history, not his story, but actual factual history, you'd be shocked at the countless contributions that the Muslims have made to the world, to society, let alone to this continent, North America, Canada, okay, the United States, Central America, so on and so forth. Countless contributions, right? And how many things that the non-Muslims did in Europe before they reached the New World. Many things that they did were either directly influenced by the Muslims or copied, or it was a reaction to the Muslims, a reaction. And from that is the concept of building and construction. You look at different monuments, you look at different buildings in the United States, they're directly and indirectly influenced by the skill and the talent of the Muslims. So the Muslims, what they contributed, okay, the things that they made that allowed them to construct, that which was shared, traded, borrowed, let alone stolen from the Muslims. And now the Muslims just turn into just poor, weak, backwards, inept immigrants. Go back to your country because you've come to America to just steal and rob us of everything. Go back to your country because we have everything, you have nothing. If that lady knew 1/10 of the Muslims' contributions to society, let alone America. In most cases, she wouldn't have said that. But how can we expect her to know that? How can we expect her to read or to watch a documentary? How can we expect her to respect the Muslims when we ourselves don't know our history or are afraid or scared of our history? When we ourselves are just as, if not more ignorant of history and what the Muslims have done and the contributions to society to this very day, Muslim and non-Muslim alike. All right, so that's definitely something to think about. And that's what that seat reminded me of, right? Those different nifty things. They're game changers, right? They make a big difference. First world, second world, third world country, how things are done. The space, the skill, just the idea of it. Saving space, right? The different stars at the hotel, right? This one you have to pull out the wall, and this one is attached to the thing itself. You get the point I'm trying to make? Khair, inshallah. All right, so with that being said, how to prepare for a meaningful Ramadan, right? How to prepare for a meaningful Ramadan. So we have two pieces here. We have preparing, and then we have meaningful. And of course, Ramadan, which is obvious and which is a given, especially based off of or in light of those Quranic verses that were beautifully recited. May Allah Azza wa Jalla bless you and bless your teachers. Ramadan, preparing for Ramadan. But most importantly, making this Ramadan something which is meaningful. Not a Ramadan that comes and goes. Not a Ramadan that is done like any other Ramadan, but it's a Ramadan that's special. It has a meaning to it. It has a feeling to it. There's something tangible that I walked away from this month of Ramadan. How to prepare that, all right? So there are many ways of preparation. As we mentioned in the khutbah earlier, there's a spiritual preparation, there's the mental preparation, there's the physical preparation, there's the financial preparation, and there is the social preparation. And all of these tiers of preparation can be applied to the word meaningful. I have enough money for me to go make Umrah during Ramadan. So this Ramadan is going to be special, different than the Ramadan which I didn't make Umrah. It's meaningful. I have special memories because I made Umrah in Ramadan. I saved up a lot of money, and I had the ability to supply the iftar every single day of the month. In this masjid or another masjid overseas, 29 days, 30 days, I was running and chasing after the statement that's attributed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Man fattara sa'iman," that whoever gives iftar to one who's fasting will receive the reward of him fasting. So therefore, this Ramadan was meaningful. In contrast to the Ramadan in which I didn't support one iftar, or just one iftar, but every day, or 10 days, or 15 days. So it's now meaningful because I had more what? More money. On the day of the Eid, I saved up money. So I had the ability to make a ball for my children. A big party. I gave them tons of gifts, and I showed them how special Ramadan and how special the Eid is because I had more money saved up. I prepared for it financially, so therefore this Ramadan, it was more what? Meaningful, right? I got my health together. My migraines, my sleep issues, my stomach issues, my diabetes, this sickness, this illness, my arthritis, I got my health up. I cut this out of my diet. I started walking, I started jogging. I was drinking just water, etc., etc. I was eating this type of vegetable, etc., etc. So therefore, I don't have to break my fast in Ramadan anymore, right? Because I prepared myself with regards to my health. So this Ramadan is now meaningful. I didn't have to feed for the days in which I missed. I had the ability to make i'tikaf all 30 days. Or the last 10 nights because I worked extra before Ramadan. I covered for my non-Muslims. You want this Friday off, you want this weekend off, no problem, I'll cover it. You can take the overtime because I know next month I want those 10 days. I don't want no one bothering me and calling me and say, we need you to come in to the office. We need you to come. This driver didn't show up. So you prepare yourself for Ramadan from all of the aspects. Spiritually, of course, that's a given. Renewing your intentions, renewing your relationship with Allah, updating it. إن الإيمان لا يخلق في جوف أحدكم كما يخلق الثوب الخلق أو الثوب الخلق فاسأل الله أن يجدد لكم الإيمان. That indeed faith can become worn out in your hearts and your breasts.